Konnichiwa! Genki desu ka? Or hello and how are you? And welcome to another origami lesson with yours truly. Today we are going to learn to make nuclear cranes. So these are cranes with 3 heads and 3 tails. It is a slightly more complicated piece of origami, so if you are new, this might not be the lesson for you, but by all means give it a go and see how far you get. I will take my time on showing you the instructions and I will repeat the folding for the model twice. So if you don't catch it the first time, you should be able to do it the second time. If you've made a crane with me before, this one will be a nice variation for you, just because, like I say, a little bit more complicated, it's a bit more of a challenge, but it is really, really fun, and the payoff is really worth it when you get to the end. So without further ado, we shall make a start. Oh, I'm gonna go with a nice sky blue for the first model today, because it matches the weather, because it's absolutely stunning. I literally cannot express how excited I am to get outside later today for my 1 hour's worth of government prescribed walking. Anyway, let's make a start. So, first thing we need to do is fold our paper in half. Okay. For people who have done origami with me before, again, you will be familiar with some of these folds that we are doing today. So, when you fold it in half, it ends up like that, and then we just unfold it. And then we fold it in half the other way. Okay. So it'll be like this. And then we unfold it, and you should find that your paper looks like it's got 4 squares. Then what we need to do is fold from corner to corner. So we'll take this top point and fold it to the bottom point, so folding it in half that way. Again, try and get everything to match up as perfectly as you can, just because it'll make things a little bit easier for you when we get further down the road. So when you fold it in half, it would look like this, and then you will unfold it. And then we'll fold it in half the other way, so this point to this point. Lovely. Now, we won't be creating any of the bases like we have done previously. We've made things like the bird base and the balloon base. We're not needing those this time. This is an entirely new base that we're making, so it'll be quite interesting to show you how that one works. But once we folded it in half again, it'll look like that, and when you unfold it, it looks like this. Now what we need to do is we need to take all of our corners here and fold them to the center. So I'll just show you for an example. I've taken one corner and I folded it to the center like that, okay? So I'll just unfold that and show you again. So I've taken this corner here and folded it to the center there. And we do that with all 4 of our corners, okay? You should be able to follow some of the lines that you've already created with the folds that we've done previously. So there'll be a nice crease in with those. Okay. So when we folded all of our corners to the center, your paper will look like this. Okay, so I'll just unfold that and show you what I've done. So we've gone from here, I've taken all 4 of the corners and just folded them to the center, just like that, okay? Then what we need to do is we do need to then create a fold that is similar to the bird base that we've done previously. So you should be able to see that we have creases that are here and here. We kind of need to fold it so that all of these points that we've got to the center are towards the top, and we're creating a diamond shape, okay? So it's like this. So again, it's similar to the bird base that we've made previously. So again, I'll show you. So on the side where you've got your points, keep them up, and then just fold the model in on itself, just like that. And then you've got your bird base there, but it's a variation on the bird base, not like what we've used for the crane previously, because we've done all of those corners folded into the center. Now what we need to do is, on the side where it's open towards the bottom, you'll take the point and the edge here, and fold them to the center on either side. So I'll just show you for an example. This will be quite similar to stuff that we've done when we've made a crane previously, so you may recognize it. But we've taken those sides and corners and fold them to the center there, okay? So we've gone from there to there. And then on the top where it's closed, you just fold this triangle at the top here, just over itself, just like that. Make sure you press down nice and firmly as well, just to create a really solid crease there. Okay, and then we unfold all of that. Then what we need to do is we'll need to take the point towards the open bottom here, and you'll just pull that up and flatten it down, very much like we've done when we've created our basic crane beforehand. So it'll end up looking like this. So I'll unfold that and show you. So we've gone from here, and then we've pulled that up, and opened it, and flattened it. And we need to do the exact same on the other side here. So take this corner and this corner and this edge, and fold it to the center. So it'll be like this. And then we will take this triangle from here, and just fold that over. So it ends up like that. And then we unfold everything. And like we did on the other side, we'll take this here, pull that up, and flatten along the creases that we've just made, so it should naturally end up flattening into a diamond like that. So I'll unfold that and show you again. So we've gone from here, taken this, pulled it up, and flattened it like that. Lovely. Then what we should be able to do is you should be able to see on the other sides in here, you should be able to get in there and pull the paper out, just like that, okay? So I'll just show you that. So I'm on here, I've taken this paper, just on the inside, just there, pulled it out to then create a diamond shape. I'll do the exact same on the other side, so you should be able to find like almost a little pocket just there, that you can just pull out like that, and then do the same on the other side there, okay? So then both of your sides will look like this, and then you'll need to fold that down in half, okay? So you'll fold your diamond from here down like that. So you're folding it down towards the opened bottom. So you'll then end up with a shape that looks like this. So it almost looks like it's a diamond that has two wings attached to it, okay? Then what we need to do, this next fold is a little bit tricky. So we'll take these points here, you'll kind of open the model up and you'll fold that point down to the bottom point just there. So I'll try and show you what I mean. So you'll fold it so it ends up there like that. So I've gone from here, taken that point, folded it to there, and then I'll need to squash the rest of that fold to then match up with that like that. I'll show you it again because it is a little bit complicated. We do have to do this a total of 4 times, so you should eventually be able to figure out what I'm trying to show you. So I'll take this point here, and we'll just fold it down to the bottom there, and the remainder of the paper, which is just here, we'll just squash and have it match up like that. Do the exact same on the other side, so take the point here and fold it to the bottom point just there. So I'll just do it flat here just to show you first of all. Again, it should naturally be following some creases from folds that we've made earlier, so it should make it a little bit easier. So I've then taken that point and I've folded it to there. I'll take the remainder of the paper and I'll have that follow it. You should find it will match up just like that. Okay, so I'll unfold that and show you again. So I've taken this point here, folded it to the bottom there, and I've taken the rest of the paper and had it follow it just like that. Okay, and then we do the exact same on the other side. So take this point, fold it to the bottom. I'll try and show you it from being up like here. So take it there, okay? And you can just kind of flatten along a crease that you should see that you'll just have there. Okay, so once you've flattened that bit, you can then push the paper back on itself and then flatten it down, and you should find it follows the same shape like that. Okay, and we'll do the exact same on the other side again. So take this point here, fold it to the bottom. Sorry, so we'll just fold it to the bottom. Why can I not seem to do that? Ah, that's why. So I'll just do it here and then fold it and show you, because that will make it easier. Ooh, paper's not playing ball. She seems to be ignoring. There we go. Lovely. Okay, so I'll just unfold that and show you what I've just done. So, taking this point here, folded it to the bottom, just there. And then we've had the other one follow and join, just like that, okay? Then what we need to do is we need to make this triangle on the top here sink in to the model. Now, I think I have done this before on a previous example. I can't remember what model it was that we did it on. I think it might have been the star or something like that, actually, that we've had to do this. So if you've done this move before, it should be quite easy for you, but I will be showing you. I won't be able to repeat this fold, so if you do miss it, you'll have to wait until we start doing the model the second time, just because it is a little bit complicated to unfold and show you. But I will go through it as slowly as I can. So, what we need to do is you kind of need to open the model that you've just made up slightly here, okay? And just kind of stretch it out a little bit. Try and not lose too much form from what you've already made. And you should find that this triangle on the top will naturally follow some square shape that you've already got going, okay? So it'll end up like this, and then you just kind of need to push down on itself like that. And it should naturally fold in. It should naturally end up like that. Okay? Like I say, I won't be able to refold that and show you, just because it is a little bit complicated, but hopefully you've managed to do that. If not, do hang fire, and we will be doing the model a second time, so you should be able to catch up. What we then need to do is, you can see you've got points just here. You'll then need to tuck them into just here, okay? So this point here, you can just flatten it down and put it in between, just like that. Okay, so I'll show you again. Let's take this point and just flatten it down in between there, okay? And we need to do that 4 times in total. So again, doing it here, and then this point here, end up inside of there, push it in, and flatten it down. Lovely. Now we've got another more slightly complicated fold to do here, but we are getting close to the end, so we will have our nuclear crane finished soon. What we need to do is, it's similar to what we did when we had to take the points here and fold them down and over each other. Well, we kind of need to open up the bottom here, and this point here, kind of just need to flatten it along so it ends up like that, okay? So I'll just show you again. I should be able to show you from this side when I do that. So from here, you just flatten it, just like that, okay? And you'll need to do this a total of 8 times, because you'll find that you've got an extra lot of points just on this side to do again. So you'll need to lift up the ones that you've just done, kind of pull that to the top there. It should naturally follow what you just made. You may have to try and drag the paper into place, so it'll end up like that, okay? So again, I'll just show you on this side. You pulled that up, bring that over, try and flatten it to a point up there, and then flatten it to a point down there, okay? And when you fold that over, it should look like this, okay? I'm going to do the exact same on the other side. So you'll just pull that front up there. You should be able to then, let me just do this flat down here first, because that'll make it a little easier. Do it like that, okay? So you'll flatten it like this, and then do the same on the other side, just there, like this, okay? Lovely. So then we're just going to have these last 2 points to do here. So again, lift that one up and lift the one up at the front. You should just be able to follow what you've just done. I've gone from there, brought that in, flattened it down like that. We'll do the exact same on the other side. I'm just having to do it flat in front of me here because it does get a little bit fiddly, but I'll unfold it once I've done it and just show you exactly what you'll need to do again. Okay? So I've gone from it being out there like that, brought it in, and flattened it. So it's all like this, okay? Then what we're going to need to do is we're going to need to take this front point here and bring that up on one side, and then do the same on the other, because these will form our wings. Then we're going to have to do some reverse folds, which are always a lot of fun. Okay, so you should find that you'll have 3 points on the bottom on one side and 3 points on the bottom on the other. What you'll just need to do is you don't need to do any preliminary folding. You should just be able to open up a side like that, bring the paper, and just push it up on the inside. If you want to make it neater, you may have to manipulate the paper slightly, but it should end up just like that. Okay, so just do the same here, open that up, pull the paper upwards, and then almost pinch it closed, just like that. And then you'll just have one more to do. So again, you don't even necessarily have to open the model up, but I do just to show you. Just bring it up, and then pinch everything closed, just like that. Okay? And then do the exact same thing on the other side. So, take that, push it up on itself, and then pinch it closed. Okay? And then one more time. Go for the middle one here. Just bring that up, push it up, and close it over on itself, and pinch. And then one more time. Open that up, push it up on itself, close together, and pinch. Lovely. Now what we need to do is just create the heads for the bird. Again, it's going to require another reverse fold. So if you've made a crane with me before, you should be familiar. That will just basically push this down in on itself. So just like that. Okay? So it ends up like this. You'll do that 3 times, so I'll just do it on all 3 of these, so then I can show you how it'll look, and then I'll unfold and show you what it's done. So it should end up like this, okay? So I'll just take that one off and just show you. So we've gone from here, and we've just opened that up a little bit, pushed that down, and then pinched that closed. So it's just another 3 reverse folds to end up with the heads of our crane. And then bring the wings down, and there you have it. You have your nuclear crane. So you've got your crane with 3 heads and 3 tails. Okay? So I've run through it once, and we will do it one more time. I will be going slightly faster this time. If you have missed anything, don't worry. This video is going to be uploaded to YouTube as per usual. You can always rewind and watch it, and it will remain live on my Instagram for 24 hours as well. Let's see, the next colour that I'll use. Oh, we'll go for a red. It's a very powerful colour. So, first things first, fold your paper in half. Lovely. So you'll fold it just like that, and try and get it to match up as neatly as you can. Lovely. And then unfold. And then you'll need to fold it in half again in the opposite direction. Okay. So you'll fold it and it'll end up looking like this. Be sure to run your finger or your nail along the edge that you've just folded, just to make sure that that crease is well put in place and is nice and cemented. Lovely, so you'll do that, and then unfold it. So your paper will now look like it's got 4 squares. Then what we need to do is we need to fold from corner to corner. So again, folding it in half, but just from corner to corner rather than from edge to edge. So it'll then look like this. My friend James has just asked me about the paper that I get for my origami. I buy it square already, so I would always recommend doing that. There's no reason that you can't take A4 and then cut it into a square. It'll work exactly the same, but you'll tend to find that origami paper is a different texture to regular printer paper or any other paper that you're going to get, just because it's not as thin as tissue, not as thick as standard paper. Standard paper will still work fine, but strictly speaking, you should try and get your hands on origami paper if you can, and that will already be in a square shape for you, should you need it. Lovely. So once we've folded corner to corner in half like that, you will just unfold it like this. Okay? And then you'll fold from corner to corner the other way round as well. So James has also just asked me about the size of the paper as well. For the square paper, he said he's asking if it's about the size of a CD case. That is actually quite a good size piece of paper to work with, but what you will find is you can get origami paper in varying sizes. I would probably say about the size of a CD case is the average size you're going to get, and that will be the best one to use, just because it's big enough for the paper to remain pliable when you're doing more complicated folds, but it's not so overly big that it's going to be ridiculous. When you use smaller origami paper, obviously it does get a little bit more fiddly. So yeah, about the size of a CD case is about right. Okay, so when we fold it from corner to corner like that, we'll then unfold it, and you will find that you've got a shape like this. So you have creases that run down the center and cross the middle, and then from corner to corner, just like that. Then what we need to do is we need to fold all of the corners to the center. Okay, so I'll just fold one and show you. So it'll be like this, and we do this with all of the corners. Okay, so fold them to the center. And again, when you're making these folds, make sure you run your fingers or your nail along the edge of each one, just to make sure that they stay nicely in place. Okay. So when we folded them all to the center, it will look like this. Okay, so I'll just unfold that and show you. So we've taken all of the corners, and we have folded them to the center, just like that. Now we need to kind of create our semi-bird base shape that we've used before, but again, after having made the shape like this. So I'll just show you what you need to do. So keep this side, where you've got your corners that you folded into the center, outwards. They aren't going to fold in, it'll be the blank side that folds in on itself, if that makes sense. So I'll just show you. So we'll just fold it in, just like this, to make sure that we then have our diamond shape. Okay? So I'll just unfold that and show you again. So we've gone from here, and we're just folding in, just like this. Okay, so one more time, just in case you didn't quite catch it. So we have gone from here, folded it in, just like this. So you'll find that the corners that you folded into the center are now on the outside of this base, and your base will look like this. So it looks like it's diamonds with a line running down the middle. Now what we need to do is we need to take these corners and these edges that face towards the open bottom and fold them to this line that runs down the center. So I'll just show you. So you'll fold them in just like this. So I'll unfold that and show you. So we've gone from here and folded them in just like that. And you should see that you've got almost like a little triangle shape at the top there. You'll just fold that over like this and press down nice and firmly, okay? And then you'll just unfold that. Okay, and then what we need to do is you'll then need to take this point from the front here. You need to pull that up, and you can also keep your finger pressed down on this top triangle here as you pull it upwards, and just flatten it down, and it should naturally follow the creases that you've already made to create a diamond shape, just like this. So we'll unfold that and show you what I've done. So I've gone from here, taken this point, pulled it up, and then flattened these in, just like that, to create my diamond shape. And we need to do the exact same on the other side. So again, this corner and this edge, and this corner and this edge towards the open bottom, folded towards the center crease. Lovely. So it ends up like this. So we've gone from here to here. And then we take this little triangle that we've got on the top here and just fold that over. Okay? And then we unfold all of that. And then we will take the bottom point that we've got down here, pull that up, and just kind of press in. So it ends up into a diamond shape, just like this. Okay? So I'll unfold that and show you again. So taking this bottom corner, fold that up, push these down to create the diamond shape. Lovely. So, on the very top of the diamond here, so not where we've got the legs on the bottom, so where we've got this solid thing at the top, you should find on the inside, you've still got lines that run down the centre. There, you should be able to pull it out from those lines. Should be paper that will just come out and form a diamond shape, like this, on either side. So, that lives behind, so just here. Pull that out, just like that, and do this on both sides. Oh. There we go. Lovely. So you'll then have a diamond shape, just like that, right? And then you'll just need to fold that diamond in half towards the bottom on both sides. So you'll then have a shape that looks like this. So it almost looks like another diamond with two pointy wings on the side. Lovely. Then what we'll need to do is we'll need to take these points here and here and fold them to the bottom point down here, but on the inside. So I'll show you what I mean by that. So I'll take this point, I'll fold it down to there. So I've taken this point from up here, folded it down to there, and then you should find that it'll naturally follow some creases that you've already made, and you'll need to push it back out on itself like this. And it should then flatten down like that. Okay? So let me just neaten that up ever so slightly. Lovely. So it'll then end up like this. So I'll just show you again, but on this side, because you will need to do it on both sides. Take this point, fold it down to the bottom. It should naturally, sorry, I'm going to have to do it down here. It does always prove a little bit difficult doing folds in midair sometimes for you guys. So I'll unfold that and show you again. I can just pull that out. Lovely. Okay, so taking that there, fold it down to the bottom there, and then I can take the paper there and flatten it out to the side, just like that. Okay, lovely. And you need to do the exact same on the other side. So take this point, fold it down on the inside to the very bottom, just there. This is bottom point. Okay, and then you can take the remainder of the paper, just pinch that and flatten it so it ends up following its brother, just like that. Okay, so again, do the same on the other side. Take this point, bring it down to the bottom, so it'll end up there, just like that. By all means, feel free to pinch that fold into place as well, and then bring that remainder of the paper out. Oh, okay, Google, skip. Didn't like that song. And it just ends up like that. Oh, that's much cheerier. I like that more. Okay, so then once you've done that, your shape will look like this. Then what we need to do is we need to take this little triangle shape that we've got at the top here. You should see the creases will show you where that is. We'll need to sink that down into the model. So we'll just open the model up slightly. Okay, try not to undo any folds that you've already made, because they're all really important and still need to stay in place. But do open it up slightly, a little bit like an accordion. You should be able to push your finger on the top there, once you get to a certain point. You should see that that ends up forming a square, so it will follow the lines that you've already got. By all means, pop your thumb in the inside there just to flatten that out. And then, once you've got that square on the top, you just push it down, and you should find that it should all concave on itself quite nicely, like this. Okay? Now, unfortunately, I can't unfold that and show you again, because it is quite a complicated fold to unfold, but hopefully you've managed to follow me thus far. Then what we need to do, once we now have this shape, is you'll need to take these points here, on all of your sides, and just fold them as the little flaps that you've got here going on each side. So for example, just take this here, and push that down in on itself, just like that. Okay, so it ends up forming a shape like that. And you can do the same with the next point, so let's take the little flap there, open it, and push the point down in on itself. Okay, so then again, do the same with this point, so open the little flap on the side, and then push that point down. Okay, and you can kind of just fold that back. So you should find that you're starting to get a shape like this. Got one more point to do. Again, open up the sides, push that down, and then close it over. So you'll have a shape that looks like this on all of these sides. Lovely. Now, what we then need to do next is we'll need to take these points and get them folded inside. So the way we do that is we just pull the bottom up there. So almost like we've done for a fold before. And you'll just bring those points in, just like this. Okay, so I'll unfold that and show you again. So, hold that up, from there. And just bring those points inwards, just to form a diamond. Okay, so it'll be just like that. I wonder actually, no, you won't be able to do that. Okay, and then you'll just need to do the same one more time on that side there. So it goes from here, ends up in there, just like that. You may need to try and drag the paper along slightly, just to try and make it neater. And what I may end up doing for this model, just because some of these folds do get a little bit more complicated, I may end up making a video away from Instagram Live, just to show you the folds in a little bit more detail. Okay. So, they'll end up in like this. So I'll try and unfold that and show you, because I've had to create those folds first of all, to then unfold and show you. So we've gone from being out there, like this, pulled that up, and brought that point inside, like that. And we've basically done that 4 times on one side. We then need to do the same on the other side here. Okay, so again, pull that point up, and then just bring, you can almost, as well, to try and form a little triangle at the top there, you can almost like have your thumb press down on the top there as you pull it up, because that may help you keep everything in place. And you bring it in and fold it over, just like that. So we've gone from here, brought it in, and folded it in just like that there. Okay, and you do that on both sides. Okay, so it ends up like that, okay? And then again, you'll need to do the same one more time. This is a little bit fiddly, so do take your time with it. Try and keep your patience as well if you can. I'm just going to get these in place and then show you myself. Okay, so we've gone from here, brought that up, brought that paper across, and press that down. Lovely. Now what we need to do is just take the front one up, and then the front one up on this side, and then we should find that we've got 6 downward points in total, 3 on each side, and we're just going to need to reverse fold them. So in order to do that, just take that, open it, pull that point up, and press it that way. Okay? Go to the middle, so again, open that up, take the point, push it up on itself, and then pinch. And then one more time, just for the last one. Take that, pull it up, and then pinch. Lovely. Do the same on the other side. So take that there, pull it up, and then pinch. And the same on here. Take that, pull it up, pinch. Okay, and then one more time. Take that, pull it up, and then pinch. Lovely. And then all we need to do is do a reverse fold, and you can choose either side to create your heads on. I always try and go with the side that's not as neat if you've got one that's not as neat, because then you can make it look a little bit better by neatening the heads up when you do it. So go from here, kind of open it up again, and just press it down ever so slightly. And once it's starting to go on itself, you can just sort of pinch that closed. So it ends up just like this, okay? You'll do that 3 times. And once you've done that, you can then just take the wings down. And there you have it. You have your Origami Nuclear Crane. Whew, that was quite a long one again, so thank you for sticking with me, guys, those of you that have done. I hope you managed to make a successful Origami Nuclear Crane. If you have, please do feel free to send me pictures over. I would love to see how you get on. It really does make my day, seeing how people get on from week to week. But that's all from me for today. I hope you have a lovely rest of your Saturday. I hope you all take good care of yourself, and I will see you again soon. Ta-ta!